Greetings, Gemini. This is Damien with HK Readings, Healing Culture Tarot, and I'm here to do your bonus for the month of May. Happy early birthday, my Geminis. This is what I'm going to be doing like your last video before I get into June readings, okay? Take the message as it resonates with you. Cross watchers, you're welcome, of course. If things are meant to be, flip to vice versa. You know your story. Go ahead and hit it. We are going to be using the Golden Tarot today. Love, love, love this deck. Page of Swords. Page of Coins. All right, Gemini, so kind of trying to get a title too, so I'll be writing down multiple things, but right now I'm getting the energy of, you know, maybe you think you're slick with it, okay? The reason that I say that is because when I see these two pages here, I can definitely tell that these were energies once connected, okay? And after separation, you know, what each energy has been trying to do is reinvent themselves and, well, you know, for some parties, attract something new. I feel like you've been wishing upon a star to attract something new and putting work and effort and energy into that. The other person that you were dealing with, you know, they want to start something new, but they want to start new with you. I feel as though you have somebody who's studying you and watching you and, you know, maybe going through social media, keeping tabs somehow, some way, as you, because see, before maybe you weren't seeing anybody, right? And they didn't have anything to worry about, this past person, because you know how that goes, where it's like, well, they're not with me, but they're not with anybody else. Well, they see that you have someone that you do like, someone that you are interested in, and you're wanting to kind of see where things go. You're interested. And I don't think that it's something that you've wanted to make public. I'm not trying to expose your secrets, Gemini, for, you know, because some of you still may have ties to this former connection, be it an ex or someone that, you know, you tried to date and it didn't work out, whoever it is. I'm not trying to put your tea out there, but Spirit is wanting me to let you know that they are aware. Now, will there be action with that? I don't know. But if you're trying to keep it secret from them because maybe you didn't want any drama, or maybe you didn't want to break their heart, or you just didn't want to answer to anything, they know. They've been watching you. And it makes you're probably so perplexed, because isn't it always interesting that effort and time that people who couldn't put that much in when they were with you seem to be able to put in, like when they're trying to see what you're doing and who you're moving on with and shit like that. It's just like, I'm sure it intrigues you that this person would have so much time to put into that, right? High Priestess, reverse, and the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. You know, this is kind of, and then with the Five of Coins too. Yeah, you know, they definitely feel abandoned because maybe they weren't ready for this to be over. Maybe they thought that it would, you know, that there would be more time that y'all had to figure things out. And it's almost kind of like they're secretly not wanting you to heal, because if you do, that's the further you'll move on from them. They almost wish, and it sounds shitty, but I feel like all of us have kind of felt some variation of that energy before, where we saw someone who may have been leaving, us behind for whatever their greater purpose was. And it hurts when you're still stuck there. We've all had like a thought cross our mind on like whatever. So I'm not gonna sit here and judge this person as far as like being horrible, because only you know what they did to you. But yeah, they're just kind of wishing that maybe you weren't listening to your intuition as much as you are now, Gemini. Yeah. It's given them a lot of anxiety, the things that they've come to find out. A lot of pain, a lot of sleepless nights. Possible health concerns. And I could see things leading into a bit of a depression. Because some of you may have been dealing with a depressive before, already. Like you just knew that they suffered from manic depression. King of Swords and the Empress. I have a feeling that for what this is worth noting, let's get some more clarifiers to see. I'm getting a couple of things here. Five of Cups and the Four of Swords. The two things I'm getting here, one is this person that you're coming to deal with. This Page of Swords, this ex may have gotten some energy that, for some of you, you already become pregnant by a new love, or you've already entered a new relationship. There was something where a birth was given to, to create new life, right? And they will stand up for you, is what I'm saying. Like you have someone who's going to protect you. I think open communication needs to be had about what's going on. If there is a lurking ex, someone who's trying to get back into your life as they see you at that point of something new, you're gonna have to trust them to handle it as your partner, woman or man, to claim you. This person's gonna claim you, not like as property, but as a lover, and be like, hey, bitch ass Page, back the fuck up. This is the King of Swords here. There's the energy of the other person coming up as the Page of Swords. But what I also feel is, at a time where this person does come at you with their feelings and tell you truthfully what it is, that's where, your new person should be made aware of everything that this former individual laid out on the line. Like, hey, I'm not dealing with this, but this is what's going on. I remove the energy, because the last thing you need is for something to pop off where it's like, oh, see, y'all have been talking and I didn't know. Now it looks shady. Now it looks sketchy. If you're trying to end things off, put the nail in the coffin on this situation with this Page of Swords energy. Keep keep it open with people that you may be dealing with. Now, if you're not dealing with anybody yet, I see you still within the realm of many prospects, okay? And in that case, if you know that you are wanting to be firm in this new beginning, then what you're gonna have to do is not allow any emotion to come in. When you're dealing with this person, you use all logic and be like, look, this is what it is. You're gonna have to stand strong because you are gonna have to protect what you're delicately and sensitively cultivating. Think about how vulnerable the energy of birth is, or, you know, the baby itself, and how gentile, you know, what you're working on with this energy in this beautiful creation, because this is creation of beauty with the Empress card. With this creation of beauty here, you don't have time for anything to come in and try to compromise it. Many of you, it is a new relationship that's coming in, like I said. Others of you, you are definitely sifting through promising prospects, and that can't really be interfered with right now. So let's get some energy more so on this King of Swords for those who have someone coming in. Ace of Cups here. So this is the beginning of love that you've been waiting for. I know it's been said in so many of these readings lately for the sign of Gemini, but it's really coming together, okay? You also just can't be of dual mind, and you have to know what you want, okay? And as mentioned in the beginning, if you've been trying to do something in secret and private, moving away from someone, they know. And if you truly can say that you don't care for them any longer to hold up any of your energetic space so that you can move on with somebody else that is for you and fitting and promising, then that should generally mean, you know, that you should be able to stand strong and communicate to protect this new journey that you're on. And, you know, instead of being like, you know you want this new good thing and it's right here, but then you have this trigger, something that's coming back from the past, trying to tug on all those right strings, and you're familiar with it. You've been connected to it before. It's not so scary, okay? But if you're sure that this is what you want and moving forward, you can't allow anything to compromise that. You are going to have you're gonna have to be mentally strong. You're gonna have to have clarity. Be precise about what you want, because you could easily slip back into another cycle where you can do all of this right. So when it looks like it's getting serious with this new person, because the actions that you have to carry out signify that this is solid. I'm telling you no, and it's me and this person, or it's me in this new direction that I'm going in, you're absolutely out. I'm finally saying 100% actual, factual, factoid, but I haven't said before. Beyond you just having to get the hint, this is through. Because once you make that firm decision, you have to live with everything after that, right? And when, you know, or when this person that you're newly dealing with is defending you, like, hey, back up, you know, this is my partner. This is the person I'm taking care of. We don't need you interfering in our shit. Whatever. You can't be like, oh, well, because then he's gonna look and be like, am I wrong? Or she's just gonna look at you and be like, am I wrong? Like, what? You know, figure out where you are, Gemini. Because it's gonna come a point where it's gonna be definitively stated where you are in this new journey. No more sneaking around. And you gotta go with that. Because literally the only other alternative to that is slipping back into a former cycle. So if you don't pass this test of courage with this new cycle and you still decide not to go back to that last person, I bet, you know, you could look forward to attracting somebody who's like that person in the last cycle until you're ready to fully put it out there into the universe, into those who need to hear it. This is where I am and where I will be. I'm no longer on this journey with you, or on this road, or on this path. Put it into existence, Gemini. Much love. Subscribe to HK Readings if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all for your birthday readings in June.